All right, so it's the end of the day now. I've done a few little videos today. I've just chucked them all into iMovie. It worked. I had to do a little bit of learning to find out how to get it in. I mean, why on God's green earth, in a program called iMovie, you have to Google how to import movies to iMovie? I mean, surely that should be the most straightforward and intuitive thing on this planet. Like, open iMovie, there should be a big button that says import movies. No? I mean, I don't know. Maybe my brain is different to everyone else. I would have thought you just open up the program and there's a big button where you import the movies. But apparently not. So I had to Google how to import movies to iMovies, which quite frankly is ridiculous, but that's the way it is. Oh look, now iMovie has quit unexpectedly, so maybe it's just deleted the movie that I've created. So maybe I'll have to put it in again. I don't fucking know. Anyway, once I found out how to do it, it was pretty straightforward. But anyway, you know, amazingly, I've done 55 minutes or something of videos today. I haven't edited them. I've just chucked them all in. You know, I'm not expecting anybody to sit down and watch all 55 minutes. You know, if you end up doing it, all power to you. But I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Don't do it. Go and watch Jordan Peterson or something. Watch a good episode of The Rubin Report. Man, if you watch all 55 minutes of this, mind you, there are some interesting things. There are some interesting things. You know, as I've said many times before, the whole point of me just doing this is just to get it out. Like, this is probably going to be the last time I ever do an upload like this. In fact, I might even break it down to 3 parts. That's probably more accessible. It's probably more sensible, but I just want to go to bed, to be honest with you. But anyway, we'll see. Maybe it's up in 1 part. Maybe it's up in 3 parts. Maybe it's up in 2 parts. But this is the last time I'm going to do such a... this is just kind of like a dump, really. A dump of all the things I've done. So there's some music bits in there, but... And also there's one video as well, which I don't know why, you know, technology. It's recorded portrait instead of landscape. I recorded it landscape, I'm pretty damn sure. I mean, I recorded it back to back with another video. I wasn't doing anything differently. But for some reason, of which I'm unaware, it's saved as portrait. And the rotate button's not working. So rather than waste any time trying to rotate it, which my old perfectionist self would do, I've just chucked it in. And for that 1 minute, it's only short, it's only 1 minute, you know, just live with it, right? Just live with it. So yeah, so that's that really. There's some interesting, you know, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, which you probably won't, you know, I don't want to downplay myself. Fucking watch the whole thing, it's brilliant. It's all brilliant. It's fucking amazing. Great content. No, there is some good content. There's tidbits of content peppered in. The Kadoosh mantra is good. But then again, at some point soon, we're going to do a whole video on the Kadoosh mantra, so you're not going to miss much if you don't watch it in here. But anyway, watch it if you want. Don't watch it if you want. I just think, you know, two things really. 2 things. Number 1, you know, I'm just chucking it down there and getting it out. And number 2, 3 things actually. Number 1, I'm just chucking it down and getting it out just for the sake of doing it, right? Number 2, sticking it into iMovie is actually teaching me how to use iMovie, no matter how basically at this stage, but you know, progress is progress, 1 step at a time. And 3, you know, it's interesting to have an archive of me at 39. You know, this day won't come again. This day is done now. And even if over the next, I mean, Jesus, if Sony Ericsson got 512 views, this at least has to get a few. But listen, even if it gets 5 views, all right, it's just good to have as an archive, because in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, 20 years' time, 30 years' time, you know, to look back on this time now and think, oh, yeah, I ran out of storage space again, so I've just deleted it. Anyway. But yeah, just to have it down as an archive of one day in my life when I was 39 is an interesting, valid, and worthwhile exercise, in my opinion. You know, maybe I'm watching this in 10 years' time, just the same as I was with the Sony Ericsson video. Maybe now Thomas Minter, 49 years old, is watching this. Hello, Tom. I love you. I hope you're doing all right. I'm sure you are. I hope you're doing a darn sight better than I am, or at least a little better. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. And no, hold on. Let me tune in now. Yeah. Well done, you. Well done, you. Very strong. Very strong at 49. Very strong at 49. Thank you. Well done. Well done, mate. Well done. Oh, thank you. Thank you. To those of you not party to that interaction, the 49-year-old Tom, myself, my 49-year-old self, was just thanking me, his 39-year-old self, for starting this process, because he has reaped the rewards of what we have begun now. That was nice. That was a nice connection. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there you go. I'll end on that note. Watch today's videos. Don't watch today's videos. Flick through them. Fucking do whatever you want. I don't care. That's not the point. The point was that connection, and I got it. So, thank you. All right. Have a good day. I wish you well. I wish you blessings. I wish you peace beyond all understanding. All right. Here's my day. Man, I tell you what. I need to get my timing sorted. I can't be shooting videos all fucking night. Yeah. I can't be shooting videos all night because I need to get organised, I think, because it's really the sun settled my pattern this weekend. Thursday night, I went to sleep at fucking something ridiculous. The clock. And then, anyway. It doesn't matter. The point is I'm tired because I've been up all night doing those videos, writing those emails. All worth it, I'm sure. But, man, I can't keep this up. I'm going to have to change my schedule. Maybe get a bit more structured, get a bit more organised. I can't just start banging them out at 1 o'clock in the morning, because by the time I finish them, thought about them, processed them, taken action on them, you can see my spot a lot clearer now. Still don't know what that is. I'll go and have a look in a minute. But yeah, by the time I've taken them, uploaded them, thought about them, taken action on them, all of a sudden it's 6 o'clock in the bloody morning. So anyway, it's not sustainable. A bit more structure is needed. Alright. Laters. Alright. So, today, Sunday, and today is my day to organise the house. I've been back here for a few days now, quite a few days. Been catching up with work, doing a few bits and pieces, getting back into the swing of things. Obviously I've come back to the apartment and I'm here by myself for the first time. Normally my girlfriend would be here, making it homely, doing lots of nice things for me, cooking my meals, which is very nice. But I don't have that now, so I just have to do a lot of things that I don't normally have to do, or I haven't normally had to do. So I've been cooking a lot more than I ever have. Well, not ever have, but have in the past 8 years. Need a bit of a haircut there, look. So yeah, this is my kitchen. Oats and eggs. Big box of oats with a lot of eggs. Staples of my diet. George Foreman grill. It's difficult to get the camera right with this. George Foreman grill. Cook a lot of things on the George Foreman grill. I don't know if I should show you inside the fridge. Fuck it. Yeah, that's not that bad, I guess. Got some chicken and some steak defrosting there. Lots of bottled water. Can't really drink the tap water here in Mongolia. Coke Zero, that is not mine. That is leftovers from my girlfriend. Don't drink diet sodas. The sweeteners, aspartame, sucralose, K. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I'm going to throw that out. What else have I got? Got some apples, some broccoli. That's beetroot. Fresh beetroot. Some bits and pieces anyway. It's not really that. So, camera cut out then. I must have just pressed off. Anyway, I don't know why I'm showing you this really. I don't know. I guess you might be interested. Gives a little bit of context, I guess, to highlight the fact that. But this is just very different for me. You know, I've pretty much had a girlfriend who's done pretty much everything for me domestically over the past 8 years. I've done very little, if any, cooking, cleaning, any of that. So I've kind of had it pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, I'll probably just edit all these little ones together. Exercise a new skill. I haven't edited any of my videos yet. I've just kind of banged them up. So I guess I might do a few little videos throughout the day. And this evening or tomorrow or whatever, I might just explore some video editing, which I haven't done. I did some back in the day, but not for a long old time. So maybe that'll be the lesson for today. Just do a few little videos throughout the day, just for, just for experimental purposes, I guess. And that's that. So now I'm gonna make a smoothie. I I don't think that. Let's have a look in here again. I've got some greens down here. I'm gonna bang some salad leaves in there, lettuce. Got some celery. Gonna bang some celery in there and sweeten it with 2 or 3 nice crisp apples. And I'm gonna have a protein shake. I'm gonna make some oats. And then I'm gonna do some Kundalini yoga. I haven't done Kundalini yoga before. Only Hatha yoga. My girlfriend and I used to have a teacher that came around here 3 mornings a week, 6:30 to do Hatha yoga. But yeah, I just get the sense that, you know, in alignment with what I was talking about the other day about the cultivating the sexual energy, the life force. You know, the Kundalini yoga is goes hand in hand with that, because effectively it's working towards the same thing, which is the activation, the whole body activation of the localized life force. So transmuting what is commonly referred to as sexual energy into an energy that functions in alignment with and serves our entire being, our physicality in its entirety, and also our etheric, psychic, and supernatural being. So we'll see how it goes. I've found a half decent, well, it looks half decent video on YouTube. I'm just gonna start and see what happens. So there you go. Right, I'm gonna make a smoothie, then I'm gonna get in the shower. Laters. All right, smoothie's done. There it is. Let's have a little taste. Gotta do this with one hand. All right. Let's see. This camera is difficult with this. I wish that on the iPhone you could just flip it around. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I think I'm gonna. No, I'll just muddle through like this. Right. Let's have a go. So this is apples, celery. It's quite thick. Apples, celery, lettuce. Let's go. Bottoms up. Ice. It's nice. Nice. Apples and celery. I like apples and celery. Yeah. It's good. Thumbs up from me. Alright, I'm going to finish this and then I am going to get in the shower. Okay, bye. So, I'm out of the house. I'm going to get a haircut. I'd say get some fresh air, but Ulaanbaatar is one of the most polluted cities in the world, so unfortunately I can say no such thing. As well as being one of the most polluted cities in the world, it's also the coldest capital city in the world. Now, it's not actually that cold at the moment. It wasn't as cold as I was expecting it to be. It's probably about +3, +4 now Celsius. It's actually not that cold. I didn't really need the hat, but I'll probably need it on the way back because it can get pretty cold pretty quickly. So nothing is wasted. Yeah, Ulaanbaatar can get down to, -30 degrees Celsius in the winter, easy, often. -40 is, not uncommon. On cold days, it can get down, at night, -60, -70, -80 degrees in the wind. So, you know, that's damn cold. You don't want to be going out for a toilet during the night when it's minus 60 degrees outside. Now you say, why would you ever go outside for the toilet? Well, actually, in Mongolia, a lot of people still live in gears. You know, 61% of the population of Ulaanbaatar live in the gear district. So they live in traditional yurts. Look them up. Maybe if I'm getting fancy with my editing, I'll put a picture up. There you go. There's a picture. Maybe not. Can't be asked. But yeah, there you go. There's some Mongolians. Real life Mongolians. Anyway, so I didn't do my Kundalini yoga. Not yet, anyway. I will. I just, yeah. I took it easy today. I took things very slow. Had a shower. Had my oats. Listened to some Jordan Peterson. I listened to lecture number 12 of the biblical series. Again, I've watched them all quite a few times. But lecture 12, the great sacrifice, Abraham and Isaac. It's very prominent for me right now. So I started watching that on the plane back to Mongolia from Hong Kong at the start of the week. So I just wanted to finish that off before I started doing some other stuff. I don't like leaving too many loose threads, although that's not to say that I don't do it frequently. But you know, I started the lecture, so I wanted to finish. Just crossing the road now. You've got to be careful crossing the road here. They don't give a fuck. So they'll run you over quicker than you can snap your fingers. Sometimes you've just got to walk. Got to pay attention though. Okay, safe. So yeah, I watched The Great Sacrifice. If you're not familiar with Jordan Peterson and especially his biblical series, Psychological Significance of the Biblical Stories, I highly recommend them. I'll put a link to the playlist below. You should definitely check it out. Anyway, I'll go and I'm gonna go get my hair cut and get ready for the week ahead. Get some fresh energy. I'll show you around very quickly. This is a snapshot of Ulaanbaatar. It's not the most picturesque city in the world. I don't know what you can see there. You probably didn't see much, to be fair. It's not the most beautiful city in the world. For about 80 years, Mongolia was a satellite of the Soviet Union, so a lot of the construction here is Soviet style. So there's not really much flair. It's just very functional and generic. Anyway, I'll check in later. Hope you're having a good day. Well, I'm back in quick succession. Anyway, I shouldn't shy away from the issue. There you go. I shouldn't shy away from the issue. I've been feeling quite sad today. Quite down, really. But I guess that's to be expected. I'm just kind of sitting with it. Going with the flow. I haven't meditated today either. So I wanted to get out of the house and get to the hair place before it's shut. So that's why I've come out. But as soon as I finish, I'm going to go back. I'm going to meditate. And I'm going to do Kundalini yoga. And yeah, see what happens. Just go through the process, I guess. So, all right, latest. So there you go, job done, haircut done, just. So, I nearly didn't make it. In fact, I came in and she said, no, you can't have it, you're too late. Now, you see, the thing here in Mongolia is there's no real set times for anything. Timekeeping is not timekeeping as we know it is not a Mongolian strong point. Traditionally, there are only two times. There's the morning and the afternoon. So if you arrange to meet somebody, you either arrange to meet them in the morning or you arrange to meet them in the afternoon. So, I mean, it's changing now, of course, but, you know, if, you know, any Mongolian that's not kind of a modern professional mindset, which is still a lot of them, to try and nail them down to a specific time is impossible. In fact, they won't actually commit to a time because they feel as though they're trying to control fate. So if you say, oh, meet me there at 3, they won't agree to meet you there at 3 because they feel that they're trying to exert control over nature and they're tempting fate, which I can kind of understand. And, you know, it's something that certainly resonates with me. But, of course, when in today's international professional world, of which I'm here as a part of, unfortunately, the two worlds cannot collide, which leads to frustration sometimes, but that's the way it goes. But anyway, so the opening times, closing times, they're very flexible here, and you know, I only arrived at 6 o'clock. It's not actually that late. I've arrived on a Sunday. I think I've had my hair cut there at 8 o'clock sometimes. They just kind of open and close when they want, really. So anyway, I arrived at 6, and the woman said, no, too late, impossible. That's one of their favourite words. No, impossible. But a little bit of karma came into play. You see, I go there quite often. They're not that great, to be fair. You know, there aren't any great hairdressers in Mongolia. You just have to kind of accept what you get given, really. You know, sometimes you get not a bad cut, sometimes it's terrible. There's never any rhyme nor reason. You know, you get the same guy and he just cuts your hair and he just depends what mood he's in, I guess. So, but you know, I always tip him 5,000 tugruks. It's not that much, but you know, I guess it's the equivalent back home of £5, so I guess it's significant. No, 5,000 tugruks actually. It's, you know, it's quite decent. You know, it's enough to buy you lunch. So, you know, what else do you want for a tip, really? Buy yourself a lunch and a drink. I guess the same as back home. But yeah, I'm always nice to everybody. I try my best to be, and I always tip him 5,000 tugruks. Whatever cut he gives me, in his mind, he's always given me the same cut. I mean, it looks totally different on my head, but in his mind, it's always the same. But so I always tip him 5,000 tugruks, and I came in at 6 o'clock, and the woman on the counter was like, no, impossible. And just as I began to plead my case, quite often you can plead your case and they'll just say, oh, go on then, because they're quite relaxed about things like that. But she was holding firm, despite my attempted persistence. And then my guy came out, and I was like, oh. I ran out of storage again. Got to get better with the storage management. I guess that's something you learn as you go. I am getting better, actually, but obviously I need to get even better. But then, yeah, so she was going impossible, and then my guy walked out. He was just packing up to go home, and I said, oh, he'll cut my hair. And lo and behold, he was very happy to cut my hair, because most likely he knew he'd get an extra 5,000 tugruks out of it. So what goes around comes around, I guess. Bit of karma, pay it. Ran out of bloody storage again, but this will be the last time now. I've just deleted some hefty videos from the day before, so, or from Thursday actually, so we're good to go now. So yeah, so my guy came out, and I said he'll cut my hair, and lo and behold, he was very happy to cut my hair. for an extra 5,000 tugrux. So that was nice. What goes around comes around. We create our own luck, I guess. We create our own karma. We can talk about karma a lot. I have some karma. I tell you what I'm going to do. Look, I've been rambling on now for I don't know, what's the day today? Sunday, since Friday morning. So I've had a weekend of rambling, just kind of getting it out there. But what I'm going to start doing from next week really is starting to get things down. I'll start to get things down on paper and, formulate a few things really. So I can give you some structured thoughts, structured insights. And we'll see how that develops. So, yeah, for those of you that have watched all the videos over this weekend, thank you. I hope it was mildly interesting. Certainly, interesting learning curve for me. You learn as you go, really. That's what we're doing. Shit. Can't even open my own front door now. Hold on. There you go. All right. Ugh. Oh, fucking. Now you see, things don't work here. That's another thing. Light is green. There you go. Door's open. All right. You'll see that. You'll see that. This is like the old Soviet style. It's not very glamorous. Exposed pipes. These are hot. They get even hotter in the winter. This is locked. I thought that would be the ground floor garbage. So oh no, fuck. I need to go down because I need to drop the keys off to somebody down. Here I am in the lift of my apartment block. This apartment block was the very first apartment block built for foreigners, 2001. There are some more now, much more swanky than this. But I am in charity. You see that? That's very common. That's kind of par for the course, really. Even in the swanky blocks, a lot of them are like this. Yeah. Into the car park. Underground car park, heated car park. In the winter, you have to park your cars indoors. If you leave them outside, the engine will literally freeze to death. So you have to have an indoor car parking space, or you're going to lose out. Driving here is not the best. Nobody really knows how to drive properly. Well, they drive in their own style, I guess. It has been said that the Mongolians drive their cars like they ride their horses. It's important to remember that just one generation ago, like 60 years ago, everybody was living in a gear. Right? Here's my car. This is what I drive. But they've got this system here where one day a week every car is off the road because the traffic is so bad. So a few years ago they introduced this law where I won't bore you with the details, but one day a week everything's off the road. So anyway, I just have to leave the key here in that secret place for the driver that's driving it tomorrow. You didn't see that was confidential. Got away with that, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. There's my car. That's what I drive on a day-to-day basis. You need a 4x4 in Mongolia. If as soon as you're out the city, things can turn rough pretty quickly, especially in the winter. Going off-road when it's
minus 30, minus 40. You don't want to break down out there. You know, you need a good, reliable car. So Land Cruisers are the way forward. So you see a lot of 4x4s all about the place. There's another one. They're pretty much everywhere. There's another one. That's kind of nearly one, I guess. Wannabe. No, they're good for the city, actually. You know, you can't get too serious in them, but they're good for running around the city, so they're practical. All right. I guess come up with me in the elevator. I can always edit this out later. So there you go. See, that's very standard. You know, to the Western eye, that just looks like a mess, but in Mongolia, that's just everywhere's like that. Everywhere. Maybe apart from the very poshest hotels, Shangri-La. Although saying that, in the away from the eye, it would be seen. Hello. Do you want to say hello? Say hello.
Say hello. Say hello.
I didn't think he was Mongolian, actually. He was, but he didn't look Mongolian. Not traditionally, anyway. But he spoke Mongolian. Sano means hello. That would be good. Hello in Mongolian is Sambanol. It literally means have you good. Or good have you. Well, something like that. It's like a question. They don't say hello. They say in place of hello, they say do you have good is the literal translation. Okay, here we go. This is my floor, 15th floor, top floor, penthouse suite. Sort of. Alright. Smells nice. Still smells nice from my lunch. I had chicken and onions and broccoli. So here I am, back home. Alright then, I'm going to chill out now for 10-15 minutes, have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to do my Kundalini yoga. I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'm going to read, actually. I'm going to read a chapter of my book, and then I'm going to do some Kundalini yoga. Meditate first, actually, and then some Kundalini yoga, and then 7 o'clock, then I'm going to start getting ready for the week tomorrow. I'm going to make some dinner. At the same time as I make my dinner, I'm also going to make breakfast. I'm also going to make lunch, and I'm also going to make tomorrow's dinner. Efficiency. So I'm just going to get that done. I'm going to pack my bag for jiu-jitsu. Got jiu-jitsu tomorrow night, and I'm going to pack my bag for work, and I'm also going to pack my bag for the gym, because I'm going to the gym tomorrow morning. All right then, rock and roll. See you later. Oh, while I'm here, you might want to see my hair. Let's check it out together. I haven't really had a look at it yet. Yeah, whatever. It is as it is. What's the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut? As my dad would say, 10 days. That's the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut. I always take my own stuff to the hairdressers. I take my own shampoo and I take my own conditioner. Not good for the carbon footprint, I know, but I have all my shampoo and indeed all my toiletries flown over from America. I import them. Fucking hell, look, I'm going fucking bald, look at that. Jesus Christ. Man, I'm either going to have to shave it all off or have a fucking hair transplant. £3,000 or dollars or something. £3,000 I think in Turkey. I mean, it looks worse than it is because obviously I've just been wearing a hat, but I mean, that's not fucking great, is it? Anyway, I'll sort it out and it'll look all right tomorrow. But yeah, I import all my toiletries from the States. You can't really get them here. Occasionally you can get some, but they're damn expensive. So I just get them imported. And yeah, so I wouldn't want to go to the hairdressers and have the shampoo and conditioner that they would put on me. So I get nice organic stuff flown in from America. Because you can't put a price on good health. And as you can see, it's really paying off. All this organic investment in my hair is really paying off. God, just imagine what it'd be like if I was using the Mongolian stuff. I don't know. Probably have all fallen out by now. Anyway, we get old gracefully. That's the way it goes. You can't escape it. Unless I have a hair transplant, which I might. All right, catch you later. Bye. Good evening. So, more relaxed now, having a nice time. I'm reading my book. I'm eating some nuts. Cashew nuts are my favourite. They're expensive here in Mongolia. Got a message from my boy Randy. I missed one. What you can hear is the Kadush mantra, said to be the most powerful of all mantras. We'll do a whole video on that at some point. Kadush, Kadush, Kadush. It's Hebrew. Kadush, Kadush, Kadush. Adonai Tzabaoth. It means holy, 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 Lord God of the universe. I think. I'll have to double check that. Kadush, Kadush, Kadush is holy. Adonai is God, as in Adonis, same root as the word Adonis, and Tzabaoth is the universe. So yeah, it's holy, 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 Lord God of the universe. Very powerful mantra. Used by all other entities of light to greet and worship the highest Lord of all, the one God, Yahweh. Yahweh. It's great to meditate to this mantra. What else have I got here? I've got my cup of tea. It's difficult with this phone to turn it around. Got my cup of tea. This is a mixture. I like to mix my teas. This is echinacea and peppermint mixed. Yogi echinacea and 3 mint pucker tea. And this is where I write my notes. This is my book at the moment. I've got many, many journals. This is my day-to-day journal at the moment. Just for throwing a few notes around. So I've got this, my day-to-day journal, and then I've got, just bear with me, hold on. Then I've got this is my master journal. So this is just for day-to-day knocking around notes, bits and pieces. This is where anything that needs to come with me through my entire life comes in here. These are the master notes. When I write my book, it'll come from here. I'm so glad I wrote this down. I wouldn't remember all this. I mean, pause it if you want. I should reread this a lot more often than I do. But hey, once they're down, they're down. Wow. See, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. That's why you write things down. I've forgotten so many things in my life. The things that I've forgotten, the amount of information that I've forgotten is actually quite frightening. I have forgotten so much. But ho hum. So there you go. I just wanted to give you an insight. It's now 8:10. I've nearly finished my chapter. And then I'm going to meditate, and then I'm going to do my kundalini. And then I'm going to get ready for the week. I love this mantra. It's great to read too. Great to read too. All right. Kadosh, 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 Adonai, Tzabaoth.
Okay, so I haven't done my yoga. I'm going to leave that for today. I think it was just a step too far. So I'm going to do it in the morning. And go to the gym on Tuesday morning, which I'm fine with. Before last week, I hadn't been to the gym for 3 weeks because I'd been away in Ibiza in England. So my body's still a bit achy after last week's sessions, more than it normally would be. So maybe to give my body another day's recovery after the first 2 sessions back. I went quite hard, to be fair, considering I hadn't worked out for 3 weeks. I went quite hard. So an extra day's recovery from the weights is probably not the worst thing in the world. So I'm quite prepared to be gentle with myself here, especially after as well, like my sleep over the weekend, as I've said before, hasn't been great because I've been doing the videos. So I feel now to do the yoga now and then to get up like 5:15 and go to the gym. It's not a smart move, and it's not being kind to myself. So I'm just gonna. I did meditate. That was fine. That was good. So I meditated. So I'm gonna do the kundalini tomorrow. Go to jiu-jitsu tomorrow night, and then gym Tuesday morning. So that's that. I have today messaged the second Socks of Happy People director, so I'm sticking to the program there, which actually, as far as I'm concerned, is the most important thing, because that's the most difficult thing for me to do, is to contact these directors. That's when you talk about eating your frog, that's my daily frog for the next however many days. So I've eaten my frog these past 2 days, so that's good. Yeah, so there you go. So that has a knock-on effect, the fact that I'm now doing yoga tomorrow, not the gym, because yoga's only half an hour, and the gym is like 2.5 hours. The knock-on effect is I can have a bit more rest in the morning, which I need, and also I don't have to do all my food preparation tonight. So I do have the space now to have a little bit more rest tomorrow morning, get up, and I've still got plenty of time to do yoga and then prepare my food for the day. So all in all, it's a better plan. Sounds like a better plan to me. It feels better, to do yoga and then gym and meal prep and stuff. No. It's, sometimes there's a time for pushing. There's no doubt about that. There's a time for pushing through, and there's a time for just shutting up with your excuses and just doing it. There are plenty of those times. Those times more often than not. But there are some times where the smart move is just to take your foot off the gas and just slow down a little bit. So that's what I've done. I've worked quite hard this week. When consider it as my first week back. I did quite a bit of jiu-jitsu. Good sessions, to be fair. Often after I go back after there's some time out, it can be tough the first 2 or 3 sessions. But this week in jiu-jitsu, man, I was pretty impressed. I kind of just slid straight back in. My cardio, I'd lost some cardio to be, understandable. I couldn't do as many back-to-back rounds. I had to take rest between rounds, take one round on, 1 round off. Whereas before I could go. So, but that's understandable. It doesn't take too long for it to come back. And then down the gym, I was actually really surprised the extent to which I retained much of my strength, especially on the treadmill. I do high intensity interval training, and I didn't do quite as much as I wasn't going quite as hard as I was before I stopped training to go to Ibiza. But it was pretty much, considering that I'd been smoking cigarettes while I was on holiday and stuff like that, and I'm not a smoker. I'm not a smoker, but considering that I'd been partying quite hard in Ibiza, I was quite surprised and impressed the extent to which I'd retained my fitness and my strength. Don't underestimate dancing for 10 hours a day, I guess, or more, and other physical activities. So there you go. Right, so I'm signing off today. What I'm going to do now is all the little movies that I've done today, I'm just going to put into iMovie and just, I hope I can just upload them and then stick them all together, and it's easy as pie, and it's going to be done in 20 minutes. But experience with technology tells me that it doesn't go the way you think it's going to go. It doesn't just work the way it really should. By this time in 2019, October 2019, things don't work the way they really should be working by now. I mean, for God's sakes, we put a man on the moon 50 years ago, longer now, 60 years ago, 50, 60 years ago, and we still can't get the simplest of technologies to just work how they should. I'm sure you've had your fair share of experience with them. But anyway, I don't know for sure. Maybe I'll stick it in. Listen, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So if you're watching this tonight, Sunday, then it's obviously worked. If it hasn't, then I'll, just watch it whenever. I'll get it done at some point. I'm not going to try to. I mean, it's 11:15 here now. I haven't had too much sleep this weekend, so I'm going to give it a couple of good cracks. And if it works, great. But if it doesn't work for whatever reason, I'm going to adjust my approach a couple of times, do a little bit of learning, a little bit of research, but I'm not going to be bending over backwards for it. If I can make it work with a reasonable amount of input and effort, fine, fair enough. But I'm not going to be pushing too hard tonight, I've uploaded quite a lot of videos anyway, quite a few minutes worth. I'm not really expecting anyone to watch them all. And maybe if there's a couple of days between uploading what I've already uploaded and uploading the next one, maybe that's not such a bad thing, But anyway, ultimately that's all irrelevant, because the fact of the matter is I've begun the process, and this process now has facilitated me reaching out and writing to 2 directors of Socks for Happy People. So even if this gets no views ever, the fact that this process has made me do that is a great success. So, good. Well done, Tom. And thank you, Tom. And thank you, anyone and everyone who's watching this. Because even though the process has made me do it, I've been doing the videos with an audience in mind. So, I have been speaking to the camera, and I do, I am in a dark room speaking by myself, but, I have had an audience in mind, and I've imagined people watching it, and, that has spurred me on. Whether you end up watching it or not, who knows? But I have imagined people watching it, and that has helped me. I think that has helped me. So thank you, whether you're watching or not. Just the fact that you exist has helped me. Okay then, that's enough for today. I'm gonna say one more thing. If you are watching this, please comment. Let me know that you're here. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, insights, they're always much appreciated. Any advice, I'm all ears. Any feedback on my haircut, looks better in this light. Like the video. I mean, I know I say it doesn't matter if anyone's watching or not, but if it's up on YouTube, then why not give it a thumbs up. Maybe these videos will be relevant in the future in a different way to someone else. So thumbs up or thumbs down if you want, whatever. General thumbs up, really, be kind. Thumbs up and comments, they do help. They help push the videos up the algorithm. I mean, at this stage, I'm just sending the link out to a few people I know. But in the future, who knows? So, for the sake of just pushing the button, just push the button, give it a thumbs up, and comment. Just say hi. Call me an idiot, whatever. All right, that's it then. That's it for today. So it's Sunday, signing off. I don't know the extent to which I'll be doing videos in the week, because obviously I'm going to be working. So we'll see. Anyway, that's enough now. Take care.